What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Tool Tuesday here at the VIM Tools headquarters. So we're in the midst of the 12 days of Christmas sale, and it's going pretty good. I hope you guys are enjoying what's for sale and the entire site being 20% off. If you haven't taken advantage of that already, you should now go check out our website. It's 20% off site-wide, plus 12 products discounted very heavily. And we talked about it on our last episode, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out.
That's still a lot. Still don't know how we got that through, but...
So what we're going to do today, I chose one of what out of the 12 products is for sale is my favorite, and he chose out of the 12 products is his favorite.
And an item that I don't think gets enough love, because I do love it, and I use it regularly, and I don't see how other people don't love it, but that's a preference thing. So I'm going to highlight it today and see what you think.
And then 2 new products. So why don't you start? Tell me why is that your favorite?
All right, so the Orca grips. Why they are my favorite is because, as you all know, I'm not a per se legitimate mechanic. But I do like the ease of them being auto-adjustable, which there are other auto-adjustable pliers in the market, but these guys specifically have this system where the actual jaw, you see how it kind of bends and moves to make it more of a flat bite?
It doesn't pinch like regular pliers.
Correct. You're not, thank you. I didn't know how to get the words out, but that is exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
They lock in place for storage. You get the 3 sizes. Obviously, the favorite here is the mini guy, the 5-inch, because it's like an everyday carry. You put that right in your front pocket. Fits perfectly. So check it out, check it out. Boom. Right in the frocket. And I know a lot of you wear frockets on a daily basis. So these are the Orca grips, and we call them Orca grips because they have these serrated teeth like that of an Orca. You also have the indent here. You can probably see it a lot better on the big one. You have the indent here, so that hex-shaped items fit in there easily, and you're not just sliding around on them. They bite pretty hard. They're 4 steel plates pressed. Like I said, auto-adjusting. They lock in place for storage. And I mean, you can get a lot of meat out of this big guy too. So like, they are tough pliers, lifetime warranty on them. Have you had any issues with them for those of you who have bought them? Because we offer a lot of lifetime warranties. We don't get a lot of stuff back.
You know what we haven't done, which we should do, is put those on the break room episode.
Actually test them. How would you test a pair of pliers? Like, what group of tests would you put together to actually see what they're able to do?
Well, I would tie a rope around it, hang a weight off of it, and keep adding more weight and see how much the auto-adjusting mechanism holds up to.
What?
He doesn't get it. So I would bite this onto a pipe or something and tie a string around here so it keeps this closed. And then off of the string, hang a weight and keep adding more weight and see when it slips. So that's like a slippage test.
See when it slips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could, clamp onto something, put this part into a vise and turn it until this part fails and see how strong that is. Bam! Now we got our next break room episode. Clay, I hope you were listening.
How do you gauge that?
Clay, we're going to brainstorm later.
How do you gauge the vise and what you're breaking?
Clay, give me a call.
All right.
Okay. Anyways.
Those are the OGP 100s.
That's
they
the
are in
OGP
stock.
100.
We have a 5, 7, 10-inch. They're all available individually as well as the set, the Orca grips.
Yeah, 20% off right now.
Also, yeah, it's a great time to buy them.
Until Christmas Day. That sale runs until the 25th. It started on the 14th. It's running until the 25th. My favorite, I chose the TMS 34 PF, and this is a Torx master set. So it has Torx as well as e-Torx sockets. And the reason I chose this set was actually because of the history. So this has been around for longer than we've been here. This has been around for like 15 years. It's one of the original like hardline socket sets that VIM released. And for those that don't know, VIM has been around since 1931. This set was probably released in the early 2000s, but it's S2 steel, and these were one of the first sets to be marketed as, so the sales flyer said, power tool approved. That's what the sales flyer said. Hand and power tool approved. That's what the original sales flyer said. And they were tested that way, and I know people personally that have had these for a very long time and have told me, I use these on impacts daily, and they hold up really well. We just updated the set, but the part number is still the same, and the part number is kind of where I'm like attaching that history to, is the TMS 34 PF. The TMS 77, those to me are OG VIM tools.
That's what we were known for. Bits and drivers are what we were known for as a company for a very long time.
And then that all kind of got like put into the shadows of the 200 new products that we released since like 2020. So 2020 came around, everything changed to green and black, a ton of new products, a bunch of like really cool, innovative stuff, and everybody stopped kind of like paying attention to this. This was a bestseller for us, and then all the attention turned towards new products. So I just wanted to like kind of bring it back towards this because this is a really great set. For anyone who wants to know, this is E4 through E20 Torx sockets, and then you have T8 through T60 Torx. But then you also have T30, or you have T10, 15, 20, 25, 27, and 30 as a security Torx. So it's like a mechanics master set. It has like a good range of stuff, but then you also have those like security Torx in like very specific sizes. So, we make stuff for professionals.
The glitter and glam of all the new items that we've released over the last 3 years or so, I feel has taken away a little bit from how impressive the longevity of some of our products have been. For instance, a lot of times when we get warranties back for some of these items, because they're used very often, the case is still blue. Now, we haven't had a blue case in, did you say 15 years? It was the early 2000s. It's been like 25 years. Because we haven't had the blue cases since like 2010.
Okay, yeah,
so it's
that
been
makes sense.
quite
That
a
makes more
while.
sense.
It's been quite a while. So we get warranties back and the cases are still blue. People have had these products for 15, 20 years, and they're telling us, this is the first time I'm having a warranty it. This is a great set. And that is just a testament to the stuff that we have made in the past and that we continue to make. So just because we're releasing a ton of new products, it doesn't mean that we still have a lot of history in our line that has been around for a long time.
Well,
we just
yeah,
kind of cleaned it up through the years.
So yeah, VIM has been around for a long time, and there are a lot of people who only discovered us in the last 4 years because of kind of the
marketing,
the growth of popularity and marketing. So everyone knows like the specialty products. Not as many people know the hardline. The hardline is what VIM was known for 100 years, or 90 years.
And it's what really got us our private label business, is that they liked our brand hardline and saw I guess you could say, a way for them to put their name on something that they know holds up because they use it.
And we could prove a pattern of low warranty rates because it's been around for so long.
It's also helped us gain a lot of trust with our private label customers.
Yes.
You start coming through once, twice, 3, 4 times on products that they don't have to deal with the headaches on. They end up coming back to you for new products, which is where the influx of new products and innovation comes in as well.
Yep.
A well-oiled machine.
Yeah. For as much hardline as we sell VIM branded, we sell even more private label. And we've said it here before, but we have to, out of respect for our customers, we cannot say who we make things for. But just know that you can trust what's in this box.
There we go.
TMS 34PF, 20% off right now.
Another new item that we have mentioned before, I think we talked about it at SEMA when it was a prototype as well as a new item. This is the SPB1?
Yep.
SPB1?
No, SBP1.
No, SBP1. SBP1. That is the slotted bearing, screw bearing packer. Because as you can tell, this is a little bit different than traditional bearing packers because in the middle there is an actual screw. So you're no longer stuck in this in a vise to try to compress it, and then you get a mess, you get grease everywhere, or it's jumping on it because you're too light and you get grease everywhere. This actually allows you to screw on, or to screw down to put pressure on that bearing to actually push the grease out of the bottom of the can here into the pack or the bearing. So a question I get a lot is, how do you fill this with grease? Well, we thought about that too, obviously, because we put a grease fitting right at the tip of that screw. So you can easily attach a grease fitting, fill it with grease, goes into the bottom, and then you obviously screw down and tighten until your bearing is fully packed. And it makes it that easy. Obviously the cover is here to keep that grease from getting all contaminated and gross. You also have the non-slip bottom where you can take this off if need be, and then you have a bottom that you can stick in a vise if you want to stick it in a vise and actually torque down. Say that grease is super cold and hard to pack, you have that option too.
Yeah, you actually have leverage with that.
You do.
Because it was, instead of a push or a press force, you twist. Yeah, so you actually have leverage.
You get enough torque with how big that screw is and how big the threads are to actually torque it down.
There's not as many people nowadays packing bearings as there used to, but there is still like that niche market of people who work on trailers, per se, that are constantly packing bearings.
If you're one of them,
yeah,
this is something that should have been made 20 years ago.
It's definitely a game changer, and 20 years ago it would have been a billion-dollar product.
I mean, I don't know about billions, but yes. Yeah. This, and as you can see, I mean, it's a sturdy little unit too. You can see how thick that is.
Yeah, it's extra thick. heavy
It's
duty
a sturdy build.
plastic on the exterior.
I mean, there's no way I would have done that even if it wasn't sturdy. But
If it did crack, do you understand what would have happened? Just shards all in your palms.
there's no way I couldn't have done it even if it was a weak one. I don't know why I did that, but I felt like I needed to. All right, so that is the SPB1. SBP1 screw-on bearing packer. I mean, I like this guy. Not that I pack too many bearings, but I do like it.
It's the best bearing packer on the market. I will say that as an opinion, and you can determine if that's a fact.
And they're on sale, obviously, because it is, 12 days of Christmas.
Yes. So again, everything is 12% off, and select products.
12%?
Or sorry, 20% off. Everything is 20% off, and select products. We have 12 of them are at a deeper discount. Some of them over 50% discounted. But we have one more new product to show. And actually, this isn't a new product per se, but it's a new bundle.
Variation of a set product.
Yes. So we've shown this can here before, and we had a lot of requests to bring this can in separately. People wanted the can. It makes a great spitter if you dip. Just throwing that out there. I mean, I don't know what else you would throw in here. It really only works as a spitter.
It's an old brake fluid can is all it is.
It really works as a spitter, in my opinion.
But people like the graphic on it, and so we made them available and bundled them with a couple can holders.
Yes.
So this is a much cheaper way to get.
So the bundle is
holder.
You get the can plus 3 magnetic can holders. And I think we talked about can holders last episode. Oh, because they're on super deep discount.
There you go.
They're $4.99 a piece.
There you go.
So curved mag rail to be used on aerosol cans, super strong. Hold them anywhere you want. They also have the holes for you to screw them into a non-metal surface. But you also get the can in this bundle. What's that part number?
MCH can PK.
MCHCANPK.
Dash PK for pack.
Dash PK for pack. So that's 2 new things and 2 of our favorite from what's on sale. So we're going to do questions now.
Yes, we will. Oh, actually, I forgot about these guys. I happen to have 2 of them on me. Little laser tag action, green and orange. These are our mini pry bars that have been talked about a lot lately in the socials. I just wanted to highlight them again. You have these 2 guys. We have purple, green, pink, orange, blue. So we have 5 colors, right? That's 5?
5 colors.
5 colors. As you trucks know, there is a truck display. So we have clean sold out of displays. So unfortunately, if you haven't bought one, you're not getting one right now. But we will be having more
We'll have more in a month. Okay?
We'll have more in a month. But they should be on trucks everywhere. So as an end user getting on a truck, you should start seeing these on your trucks that you visit regularly. And you're going to have an array of colors. The dealers who order these are able to order the refills in whatever color they want, so they can get 6-packs to refill whatever's selling the best. I personally love the green. That's why we added, it's our color. That's why we added 12 of those instead of 6, where we added 6 of every other color. I want to know what your favorite color is and what do you think is selling the most? Because I want to
Green.
I want to put this to the test because we do have some data back on what is selling in the 6-packs, and I think you'd be surprised to know what the winner is. So,
mine's green.
I'm not asking you. I'm
What's
saying,
yours?
what do you think sold the most?
Yours is green?
Shut up.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about them a little bit. So, we've talked about this a few times and how we changed things around because we went through probably 5 different prototypes of pocket pry bars before we decided on this being the final
Square
design.
shank, tapered, recessed magnet, C-clip that's strong enough that won't pop off. You can also twist it so you're not stabbing yourself in the boob.
Yeah, and actually there was a video recently posted by VIM Tools on Instagram, and he did like a short little review on it. And he had some really good points that, for one, when we recessed the magnet, it was, in case somebody smacks us with a hammer, they're not making direct contact with the magnet and they're not going to shatter it. But he made a good point. When you're holding this in your pocket, the magnet isn't sticking out. So like when you're bending over, reaching in somewhere, it's not
Taking in
it's not going to attach onto something and then pull itself out of your pocket as easily as other pry bars. Because other mini pry bars, they have a magnet that sticks out.
Probably the
like
same way when you're
1/4 inch.
reaching down into something, you're not touching
Yeah.
everything else along the way.
Yep. And this tapered end to the handle that makes it easier for you to slide in your pocket, and it's not like some square that kind of gets stuck on this little edge here.
Not some square like you.
And the clip, we tried the pressed-in clip, and the pressed-in clip was just too weak. This version is much stronger, at least in our testing. And
I mean, you got to really be trying to take this off to take it off.
And you can swivel it to angle the 15-degree bend at the tip here any way you'd like, so that it's not poking you or it's not sticking out of your shirt, but it's off to the side.
Ow, bro, that hurt.
So it's a really strong clip, recessed magnet, tapered handle towards the tip, and a square shank. And this shank actually goes all the way to the back of the magnet.
Yes.
Which was like a really big deal, because when we first made them, it only went about halfway up the handle, and you could, with some force, break it in half. So, there are a lot of pocket pry bars out there that are the same way.
So
unless you have those composite handles that's like a plastic, you may not know it because it feels a little sturdier than let's say like this is like a silicone type handle, I would say.
I don't know.
It's a little bit soft.
Silicone.
No, it's a little bit softer than the plastic, but the plastic ones, you know, a lot of times they go, unless it has a striking cap, only halfway up the handle. These go all the way to the back of the magnet, so they're
some are cheaply
strong
made,
enough.
and you can tell is what we're getting at, and these are not.
Yep. So check those out. You can just type in MBP, or I'm sorry, MPB. Man, all of our numbers are all.
We have a lot of part numbers.
MPB stands for Mini Pry Bar in our website, and you'll see everything we have to offer there.
So honestly, I was working in the yard this weekend, and I had this on me because I had to keep taking out the little. There's these like plug-and-play landscaping lights that have these little brass connectors, I guess, that just stab into the wire to make it like super easy to plug and play. I had to switch them out, so I had to take these brass things out. That's what I use this for. But what I'm getting at is, as I was working in the yard, I had to throw a bunch of topsoil in it or whatever. My hands were disgusting, and I had some itches. Couldn't get to them. This guy right here just did the job.
Oh yeah, a little scratcher.
Yeah, say you got like itches all over here, and you got butt stuff on your hand. You don't get.
Yeah, that's a good use.
Over here. Oh,
Mini scratcher.
it was amazing.
You know, not long enough for the back, but you know, it's got you covered in the front.
I'm a large person, and I can reach every part of my back with this. If you can't, you got some mobility issues you got to figure out.
You can reach every part of your back with that thing?
100%. I can almost reach it with my fingers.
Okay, we're gonna need to test that. I doubt.
What do you mean? Look, I can get everywhere.
Yeah.
Full
But,
radius.
I mean, but you're strained. You know.
Still do it. What do you mean? Your fucking gut's not gonna be strained with 20 hot dogs?
Should we do a back scratcher? I think we should release a back scratcher.
I'd use the fuck out of that.
To be honest.
I'd use the hell out of that.
We got to get the questions.
Oh, okay.
So stick around if you want to see that. We're going to go over some questions from the last few episodes and answer what you got.
So what I want to talk about before we go into questions is last week. Was it last week? It was Friday, right? On Friday, we released a video, which I recommend you go check out because it was one of the cooler ones, a lot more interesting than talking to this frickin' bozo and me. It was actually about a TV personality you might know, Jeremy Bumpus. And we got an inside look into his shop, kind of what he does, and you know what, I don't want to spoil too much because we did talk about some future plans, and I want you guys to go back and check out what that video had to offer because Clay did work hard on that, and honestly, pretty fire video. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah. For those of you that did watch it, somebody commented and said he did a really great job running, explaining those tools, Clay. You might want to watch out because he's coming after your job. That was somebody's comment. That was one take. And Clay,
you got to remember you're working with a TV personality at that point. This is what they do.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're right. And that's what because I was talking to Clay afterwards. He was
that's
like,
how
"Man,"
we are now.
He's like, "Man, that was one take. Like I explained everything to him, and he was good to go." Because a lot of people, when they get, they are great at explaining anything, off camera.
You put a camera in front
get
of
him on camera, and people
everyone,
are like,
That is everyone before they've been on camera.
Yes.
I've never met someone who wasn't like that their first time on camera because it's weird. This scenario, I'm looking at 3 little circles on the back of my phone. It's weird.
Yeah, people forget that you have to talk to nobody to make.
And
videos.
it takes a while to get used to that, especially when there's 2 people talking. Yeah. It takes a while and it's strange, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. So when we get approached by people who are on social media and in the industry, they're influencers per se, and they want to do videos on this, they're normally surprised to see that it takes us one take to do this. And it's because we do this nonsense every week. But
Jeremy did a great job. Go check out that video. It's the break room episode titled Custom Hot Rod Builder Chooses VIM Tools to Help Him Build the SEMA 2025 show car.
And that
go
custom builder is Jeremy Bumpus. So we had a lot of comments on our last Tool Tuesday video where we talked about the sale and what goes into it and different products. So I want to dive into that to get some of those answers out. For instance, one loaded question we got was, On the MR and MRD, are these lifetime warranty items? If so, do you all have examples of these failing to share? Interested in using them for my larger sockets, but hesitant on the price and the amount I need to purchase without some kind of buy one, cry once guarantee here. Also, any chance y'all can make a continuation set, a master set of the larger bits in 3/8 square drive, MMS 450 setup in larger non-duplicated bits for 3/8 square drive is what I'm getting at. So, to answer both those questions, for the mag rails, they do not come with a lifetime warranty per se because they're magnets, and obviously magnets, they can break if you slap them down somewhere, but that's not a defect in the manufacturing of it.
But wait a second. Those magnets are encased in an aluminum casing. You can slap those on any surface. The magnets
surface,
shouldn't
yeah,
shatter.
but if you grab it and you throw it on the ground, it breaks.
Shatter. They don't have a lifetime warranty. It's a tool organizer. It's not something that you're putting into use under torque loads or anything like that where there's moving parts and we should need to provide a warranty in case one of those parts fails. It's something that is just meant to hold your sockets, and you're going to put it in your toolbox. You're going to carry it around, maybe throw it on a lift somewhere. You should drop it and it won't break.
Now, there is a new defective warranty.
Yeah.
Say you get one and you notice that the magnet is coming out because it's not pressed in all the way and the ends aren't crimped correctly. Different story. Yes.
Now, that being said, we're not a large corporation, okay? We don't have these strict rules. If you guys have a problem with the mag rail, you can call us, you can email us, you can message us on here, message us on Instagram, say, I got this problem with my mag rail. Odds are we'll help you out in any way that we can.
Yeah, on a case-by-case basis, we'll look through it and see what the issue is, and we'll help you remedy it.
Yep.
That is something that we can do. But per se, a lifetime warranty on them, no, I can't imagine what would go wrong with them. That you need a lifetime warranty.
And we don't have an example of one failing, by the way, because he did ask.
No, we don't, because we haven't had the issue.
And
warranty, I guess.
that's been our best seller for like 15 years. So, and we don't have that example.
And there are many. I mean, even on YouTube itself, if you don't know anyone with them, you can see mag rail yada yada part number works for this or that, and you just look up the mag rails on YouTube and see how strong they are and what other people have used to hold them.
The one warranty that it does have is manufacturer defects. If for whatever reason you get one and a magnet isn't pressed in properly, just hit us up, we'll replace it.
So I just said.
Okay, yeah, keep going.
All right. Continuation set of the MMS 450 and 3/8 square drive. Man, oh man, do I have a set for you. The Impact 50 is exactly that. It is the big brother of the MMS 450. It might duplicate a few sizes, but it is the larger version of that MMS 450 in still stubby half-cut drivers, one piece, but they're all impact. They're actual impact in that gunmetal finish. So that is an actual impact set. Not that the MMS 450 doesn't work for impact, but yes.
They're the same material, just so everybody
the
knows.
Impact 50, that is what you want. Also, any update on getting the the JAS bits? Would be cool if y'all could make a specialty add-on kits to these men. No, there's no update on that. I'm sorry.
There's no update. We're going to do what we can. And if we do have an update, it will be the opening to the episode.
Would you guys ever add more sizes to your socket sets with how strong your 3/8 ratchet is? It's a shame that it only goes up to 19 millimeters. Or maybe sell a separate extension kit. The second part of that question, yes. There is a better chance that we sell an extension kit than
add to the master set.
Exactly, because there's a lot more goes into that, and there's probably not as many people who would want to buy a larger master set. It's already 52 pieces. But yes, the answer is yes. There is a chance we do an extension kit. Do we make specialty tools for car manufacturers? Yes, for certain cars. We have a couple items that are specific to a manufacturer that we make for that manufacturer, and not per se for them to sell, but specific to the make of that car, and we do sell it to their technicians or their dealerships specifically, but not for them to resell. It's for their mechanics or their techs to use.
Yeah, we get orders from Tesla. We get orders from Boeing, a few other really large manufacturers that you may know.
That is all we have for questions this week. Again, we appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us till the end here. We will see you next week on this episode of Tool Tuesday. And don't forget to go check out that last episode of The Break Room where Jeremy Bumpus went on. There is some interesting stuff in there, and I think y'all should give it a chance.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.